Boots Ennis, what a great fight. You are a machine. Zayas, a little inexperienced, but you will be back. You're a great fighter. Let's make the biggest fight in boxing today. Vergil Ortiz, Boots Ennis, let's go.
This is a great. I think it is going to be a great fight.
Yeah, that's what I think we're going to
I just don't know if that.
That's a hell of a fight, though.
We're going to get the fight, though, man.
That's a hell of a fight, though.
Immediately after Jaron Ennis knocked out Xander Zayas, Oscar De La Hoya called him out over what should come next. His message was direct. If Ennis truly believes he's the best, he should face Vergil Ortiz Jr. With Eddie Hearn also weighing in, momentum is building toward what could become one of boxing's biggest and most anticipated future matchups.
Much we need that fight, and boxing needs that fight. So we must make Boots against Ortiz. But realistically, will he do it next? We'll speak to DAZN and Oscar, and if they want to go, we'll consider it with Boots for sure.
After Boots stopped Xander, much of the boxing conversation shifted toward possible fights with Terrence Crawford or Sebastian Fundora. But Oscar De La Hoya pushed the spotlight in a different direction, insisting that if Boots truly wants the toughest challenge available, Vergil Ortiz Jr. should be next. That immediately changed the debate, because Ortiz is anything but an easy opponent. Known for his relentless pressure, power, and proven experience, he represents the kind of test that could push Boots to his limits. Rather than simply praising Ennis' victory, Oscar questioned whether he is ready to face a fighter who refuses to back down, trades punches confidently, and applies non-stop pressure from the opening bell.
Told us that the man already told you, hey, it's time. You told us that's what was next. If you avoid that and don't do that, you're going to lose a lot of respect from a lot of people. And I might be one of them. Because you acted like
Vergil Ortiz.
You better believe it. You act like you was up for the challenge. Everybody knows that like Boots said, it's time for him. Everybody wants to see Boots against a real opponent. Vergil, you're peaked right.
Eddie Hearn shared his thoughts on a potential Jaron Boots Ennis versus Vergil Ortiz Jr. showdown, making it clear that he views it as one of the biggest fights available. While recognizing Boots now as a major target on his back, Hearn described the matchup as one of the best American boxing can offer. Both fighters are undefeated, dangerous, and entering their prime years. Vergil Ortiz Jr. brings relentless pressure, heavy power, durability, and an aggressive Mexican style that tests every opponent. Boots Ennis counters with exceptional speed, sharp angles, physical size, and the confidence that he can beat anyone at 154 pounds.
We've seen some comments online from Vergil Ortiz saying he would sleep with Boots Ennis.
It's all very, Vergil's been out of the game for a long time. If Vergil really wants to fight Boots next, we'll definitely consider it. I think he's going to want a warm-up fight. He's not going to come back till September, October. He would have been out of the ring for a year. Boots will...
Oh, you said you're open to doing that?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Listen, I really rate Vergil. Vergil going into a Boots fight now, he'll get absolutely destroyed. I'm sorry. But he's been dropped before. You don't realise that. I mean, Xander got hurt bad so many times tonight, but he's got a granite chin. I mean, he's so tough. But listen, Vergil's a great fighter. But Boots is, as he said in the press conference, about the legacy.
After Boots stopped Xander Zayas and strengthened his position at 154 pounds, Eddie Hearn shifted the conversation toward legacy. He emphasized that Boots is focused on winning world titles, not just chasing high-profile opponents, meaning a fight with Sebastian Fundora and a shot becoming undisputed could take priority over Vergil Ortiz Jr. Even so, Hearn made it clear the door remains open, knowing a Boots versus Ortiz showdown is simply too significant to ignore, and that demand for the matchup will only continue to grow.
Boots is the type of fighter that needs a good fight like that in order to come out of his shell. Is that
You won't see Boots in a bad fight for the rest of his career. He'll never want a voluntary defence. He wants big fights, big money, big belts, big moments. See that tonight? How's the body of work? Yeah? That's boxing, mate. Stick your garage up your ass, right? Stick your fake belts up your ass. Stick all this up your ass. That is real boxing. The best be the best. 16,000 at Barclays.
Vergil brings relentless pressure and knockout power, but Hearn believes Boots has the speed, size, and skill to overcome him. After the Xander Zayas victory, that debate has only grown louder.
Will we fight Vergil Ortiz? And going back to the comments, someone said, ask Vergil Ortiz if he'll take the fight next, because I don't think he will. And I'd be very surprised because, and by the way, I don't necessarily blame him because he has been out. When was the Lubin fight? I don't know. November last year. So, what are we now? 9 months, 8 months, 9 months. Time he gets in the ring again won't be till September, October. It'll be nearly a year since he's boxed. Are you going to go straight into Jaron Ennis? If you are, let's talk. But realistically, I don't think you are. I think you're going to come back and you're going to go, I want one more fight, and then, which is fine. And by the way, we're also not going to sit here and go, we're the champion now. It's a voluntary defence, 15% for a voluntary defence, like you've seen Haney and all these people do. It's like so boring. It's a massive fight, and I can't sit there and tell you that we shouldn't do that fight when I spent 6 months.
Then Vergil Ortiz Jr. responded to Boots Ennis' victory, and he made it clear he was neither impressed nor intimidated. Taking to social media, he boldly declared, "Yeah, I'm sleeping Jaron." The statement immediately shifted the conversation. While many fans and analysts were celebrating Boots for stopping Xander Zayas, Ortiz viewed the performance very differently. Instead of praising Ennis, he sent a direct warning, making it clear that if they ever share the ring, he believes he will knock him out. Boots Ennis wasted no time responding and matched Ortiz's confidence, rather than backing away from the challenge. Ennis insisted that Vergil has several weaknesses in his game that he believes he can exploit. He made it clear that he has already studied the potential matchup and sees opportunities to take advantage of those flaws. The exchange turned a hypothetical fight into a heated rivalry, with both undefeated stars publicly predicting victory and showing complete confidence in their abilities, adding even more anticipation to what many believe could become one of boxing's biggest future showdowns.
Joe came out and said that he was going to sleep you, so I just want to know your comments on those.
Why he ain't take the fight in the beginning? You know what I'm saying? Bro, I ain't be talking, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to tell you, I'm really different. He wants to see firsthand. Because he gets hurt a lot. He flat-footed, and he been dropped multiple times. When he get hit by me, it's gonna be different. I'm trying to tell you.
What makes this potential matchup so dangerous is that both fighters believe they have the answer for the other. Vergil Ortiz Jr. sees Boots Ennis as a talented champion who still gets hit too often and can be hurt by a powerful opponent. Boots, on the other hand, believes Ortiz has defensive flaws of his own and is confident he can exploit them. With both men convinced the other has weaknesses, the possibility of them meeting in the ring becomes even more exciting. When two unbeaten punchers believe they can break each other down, fans expect fireworks. Following his victory over Xander Zayas, Boots reflected on the moment with a message that revealed where his focus remains. He thanked God for another successful performance, expressed his appreciation to the fans in New York for their support, celebrated becoming a unified champion in the second-weight division, and reminded everyone that his ultimate goal is becoming the undisputed champion, rather than acting as though he had reached the top. Ennis made it clear he sees his victory as another step toward an even bigger destination. That mindset explains why the win over Zayas felt more significant than just another title defense. Boots is already looking ahead. Whether the next challenge comes against Vergil Ortiz Jr., Sebastian Fundora, or another top contender, he carries himself like a fighter determined to collect every championship available. Robert Garcia also shared his thoughts on a potential Ennis-Ortiz showdown, describing it as one of the most dangerous fights that can be made at 154 pounds. Having worked closely with Vergil Ortiz Jr., Garcia understands exactly what he brings to the ring. He pointed to Ortiz's relentless pressure, durability, high punch output, and fight-changing power as qualities that make him a nightmare for any opponent. Garcia also suggested that Ennis would have to tighten his defense, warning that the moments he was able to recover from against Xander Zayas could become far more costly against a dangerous finisher like Ortiz.
Pretty sure a lot of people that thought, Boots could easily dominate Zayas, he'll easily dominate Ortiz. Now they're gonna think, man, him against Ortiz is gonna be a war, a beautiful fight. So it brings more attention to the fans to push for this fight, promoters to work together and make this fight happen because of what Boots showed last night. Besides him also getting hit and getting tagged and maybe getting stunned in a couple of times, but he showed heart, he showed power. So that's one thing that people love, fans love. So I think that this performance makes the bigger fights against Ortiz or other big names even more.
Robert Garcia also recognizes that Boots Ennis presents major challenges. With his speed, size, sharp angles, and growing strength at 154 pounds, he is far from an easy opponent. Vergil Ortiz Jr. would likely rely on relentless pressure to wear Boots down, while Ennis would use his movement, timing, and precise counterpunching to capitalize on Ortiz's defensive openings.
Next, let's do that fight next. I know Vergil's already, everybody already knows, everybody already hears that things are looking good with Golden Boy, working things out. Plan is to get Vergil before the end of the year. Let's make this fight happen. Let's do it, because it's going to be a great fight. Vergil style, Boots, what Boots just did last night, it just tells the boxing world that it'll be one of the best fights.
Boxing Ego praised Boots Ennis for an impressive victory, but also highlighted areas of concern. He noted that Boots became too comfortable at times, remained within punching range, and allowed Xander Zayas opportunities to land clean shots. While Ennis recovered and regained control against Zayas, those same defensive lapses could prove far more dangerous against a relentless puncher like Vergil Ortiz Jr.
Jaron Boots Ennis gets knocked out if he faces Vergil Ortiz. This is what Vergil Ortiz is saying after Jaron Boots Ennis became a champion by defeating unified Xander.
Vergil Ortiz Jr. is not the type of fighter who lands a punch and lets his opponent recover. He is powerful, aggressive, and throws every shot with bad intentions. Boxing Ego's point was straightforward. If Boots Ennis gives Ortiz the same openings, he could pay a much heavier price.
Sleeping him to Jaron Ennis saying he would knock him out. Vergil Ortiz further stated, if I get him, meaning Boots, like that, I promise you I get him out of there. But notice he put, if I get. Styles make fights, you know what I mean? Now, earlier in the day, or a week, or whatever it was, he did pick Jaron Ennis by a 4th round knockout, and he thought if Xander fights smart and moves, maybe he can frustrate Jaron, and then Jaron will win by a KO in the 10th. So he picked the right person. Now he believes that if he were to fight against Boots, that there can only be one out.
Andre Ward believes this is the kind of matchup boxing fans have been waiting for. Vergil Ortiz Jr. brings relentless pressure, knockout power, toughness, and an aggressive style capable of changing a fight with a single punch. Jaron Boots Ennis counters with speed, size, sharp counterpunching, creative angles, and the confidence of a champion who believes he can beat anyone at 154 pounds. That combination has many fans viewing the fight as an inevitable collision between two elite talents. Ward's point goes beyond simply matching two popular names. He believes both fighters have earned their place among the division's best, making this a meaningful contest rather than just another headline. He also warned that boxing cannot afford to delay major fights until the excitement fades. Right now, Ennis versus Ortiz has genuine momentum. The fans want to see it. Their styles promise action, and both men still have something to prove. A victory would strengthen Boots' claim as the division's future leader, while Ortiz would have the opportunity to show he is more than just a relentless puncher by defeating one of boxing's most gifted champions.
He got in the ring while Vergil Ortiz was doing his post-fight interview, and they went back and forth. And I don't know, normally when you see something like that, you walk away from the TV or wherever you're watching the fight, and you have a lot of confidence that that's going to be the next fight. Based on some of the things that were said, they're arguing about who started it and whose father did what. And then I heard Boots, basically hypothetically say to Eddie Hearn, where's the paperwork? In other words, where's the contract? Let's sign the contract. So I don't know if he was just, if that's a hypothetical, he's just saying that, or the contract really hasn't been signed. But Roy, I don't know if that fight is going to be next, because after the fight, I hear you and I see you.
Roy Jones Jr. believes Jaron Boots Ennis has the speed, footwork, angles, and skill to capitalize if Vergil Ortiz Jr. becomes reckless. At the same time, he knows Ortiz possesses the relentless pressure and knockout power to punish Boots for any defensive mistakes. That balance makes the matchup so compelling, with a single error capable of completely changing the fight.
You're the best option to make us, to let us figure out all the answers that we want to know about Boots Ennis. And you're going to go say about Earl Spence and somebody else? We don't want to hear that. I definitely don't want to hear that. You told us on national TV after the fight that you wanted to do exactly what that man said. That man told you, well, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see you do nothing else right.
Meanwhile, Shawn Porter described the potential Jaron Boots Ennis versus Vergil Ortiz Jr. showdown as one of the best fights boxing can make right now. He believes Boots has the speed, size, angles, and technical skill to punish Ortiz if he charges in carelessly. At the same time, Porter emphasized that Vergil's relentless pressure, punching power, and physical style would force Ennis into a demanding battle, making it a true test for both undefeated contenders.
The speed coming at him.
Both ways.
That's gonna. It's both ways, but I think it's the speed, the way that Boots uses his speed is different from the way that Ortiz. I think Ortiz has a call on his speed. You know what I mean by that?
No.
So what I mean by call on his speed, like you have guys who are just fluidly boom, 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 boom. Then you got other guys like Ortiz fights with a lot of power, but now I gotta pull back on his power and set you up with the speed. You know, like he has to be intentional and be selective with what he chooses to punch with. And on the other side, Boots is like water, man. He goes from the speed to the power. He goes from the left to the right. He goes, he switch hits, you know.
Athletic.
Yeah.
Just defense. He does with no defense.
Greg Hackett believes Jaron Boots Ennis has the speed, angles, timing, and sharpness to make Vergil Ortiz Jr. miss and counter effectively. However, he also knows Ortiz will not fight cautiously from long range. Instead, Vergil will bring relentless pressure, heavy power, and the toughness to challenge Boots in every round. That is why Hackett sees this as such a compelling matchup. While Ennis may have the flashier skill set, Ortiz carries constant danger, and any lapse in concentration could prove costly.